Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got a different kind of video for you today. It is my first ever clan battle. I signed up for a clan on the Simulator Golf Tour. This is our very first event, my very first round. What clan battles are is basically there are 8 teams of about 8 people, and each week 6 of those team members go head to head against another team. Everyone's paired off, so it's 3 2v2 matches. This particular one is a total stroke match play. What that means is each hole you add up your strokes, you and your partners. So if your partner gets a 3, you get a 5, total of 8 strokes. If that is less than your opponents on that hole, you win the hole. If it's more, you lose. If you tie, you push, trying to win the most holes as possible. So it is match play. Each week is going to be a different type of event, but this is the first one to kick us off. So I'm excited. First hole, first tee shot, and hit a great drive right down the middle of the fairway. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I got my practice in. I got my warm-up session in. I'm loose. I'm feeling good. I really want to do well on this, being my first tour. They do take into account your handicaps, so sometimes you give strokes, sometimes you get strokes. I think we got 1 or 2 strokes this round. I don't exactly remember. It's new, so that part's still being worked out. But first hole, hit a great putt here to save birdie. Not to save birdie, to make birdie. And I'm pumped up. My first ever hole on a clan battle is a birdie. And I hit a great drive on this second hole right down the middle. Used my hybrid, but still went about 240 yards. Dead center. I'm ready to go. I got my second shot locked in. Got my pitching wedge in hand. And I hit what I think is a great shot. Unfortunately, it was a misread by the Mevo. No mulligans on the Simulator Golf Tour. You just have to deal with it. Happens once in a very long while, but I hit a great third shot here to get within a couple of yards of the pin. Line up my putt. Need to make this putt to save par, and I do. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Despite the misread from the Mevo, I still saved par. I'm 1 under after 2. 1 under after 2. Third hole, par 5, and hit a great drive here. Not super long, but dead center of the fairway, setting me up for a great second shot. I know I'm not going to reach in 2 from 309 yards out, so I elect to lay up. I take an 8 iron. I hit it a little bit fat. I'm trying to get to about 110, 120 yards in. Unfortunately, it comes up a little low, so I got 144 yards, but I'm going to take up my 9 iron, and I'm going to go right at this pin. It's in the front of the green. Hit it. Again, hit it a little bit fat. Came up a little short. But now it's time for that wedge game. Wedge game at this point I've been practicing a lot, especially on the Simulator Golf Tour. Need to get this in the gimme circle, and it sits inside. Another birdie. Another par. That wasn't a birdie. That was a par. That was a 1-putt par. About 160 yards, par 3. This is my shot right here. Hit it. Thought for a second there I was going to skip into the gimme circle. Went just a little bit long. No problem. 9-foot putt for birdie. Breaks a little bit, and I sink it. So 4 holes, 2 under. I'm feeling good. Going into the 5th hole, short par 4. I take up my hybrid. I pull it a little bit left. I did not want to do that. Obviously, I definitely did not want to go in the deep rough. Got 137 yards here. I think I'm actually hitting like a 7 iron here. Trying to get this to the front of the green. With that roll, it comes up a little bit short. Need to hit a great chip here to get up and down to save par. Like I said, I've been practicing this chipping. Not only do I do that, chip in birdie, I'm pumped. Here we go. 6th hole, par 3. I'm 3 under. I'm feeling good. Hit the shot. As you can see, I'm trying to wave this to the right as if me waving is going to change anything. Still, just off the green. Hit that wedge, get it in the gimme circle. Almost had back-to-back chip-ins. Just missed it, but still a par. Still 3 under after 6. Got a 500-yard par 5 here. Hit my drive just a little bit more left than I wanted to. Ends up in the pine straw, 240 yards out. Difficult shot. I elect just to pitch out, get it back in the fairway, play it safe. Again, we're playing match play. I don't want to have a bad score here. My partner has yet to play, so I want to make sure I set him up and and not do anything silly where it's going to cost us a hole. So put it back in the fairway, leave me 136 yards, put it within 7 yards, take my time, try to line up. Really want to make a birdie putt here, so I'm going to go after it. And I hit it just a tad bit too hard, and it falls out of the gimme circle. So now just to save par, I actually have to putt, which I really didn't want to do, but I make the putt, save par. Good score on that hole. It's a tough hole. Next is a short par 4 over water. I like to just hit a hybrid and just put it out in the fairway. Again, I hit it nice and easy. Leave myself 138 yards in. Take my pitching wedge here. Pull it a little bit left. I have been doing this with my pitching wedge and 9-iron. Just off the green. But good news is I've been chipping well. So I'm okay chipping here. And almost chip in again. 1 chip in and 2 very close. Safe par. Onto the 9th hole. 390-yard par 4. Push my drive to the right. Not what I wanted to do on this hole since it's a dog leg right. It's going to be a tough shot into this green. After kind of looking around, I really don't have much of a shot here. So I decided to go low and just punch it. Don't get much of it, but again, playing it safe. Wanted to go in the fairway, end up in the rough. Not a big deal. This is a wedge shot. I can still get this close to the pin. Get up and down, save par. Oh, it just goes outside the gimme circle. I thought I was going to do it with that one shot, but now I got a putt. Luckily, this putt's pretty straightforward, and I get in the hole. So after 9, take a moment here. I'm 3 under. Probably the best 9 holes of golf I've ever played in my entire life, sim or in real life. Need to do it on the back nine now. Par 4, push my drive out a little bit to the right. It's going to land in the rough. Not going to go very far, only 235 yards. So I got a 191-yard shot in from the rough. I take out my 5-iron, hit it fat. I tried to hit it well, end up coming up short. That might have actually been a 6-iron. But no worries. I've been chipping well today. Need to get this in the gimme circle. Hoping for another chip in. Don't get the chip in, but save par. Happy with par. Now comes the first of the last 2 par 5s. And this is where tragedy strikes. Push my drive to the right. Flirting with out of bounds. Thought I stayed in, but nope. Go out of bounds. So need to get the second shot in bounds. Hit my driver, take a lot off it. Again, I'm just trying to get this in the fairway. My mind is, worst case scenario, make a double. 280 yards out. Again, no, I'm not going to hit the green from here. So I want to get myself in a great position to hit this green. Great position to get up and down. So I'm trying to leave myself like 90, 100. Hit a little better, 80, no big deal. I'm going to hit a wedge. Try to put this right next to the pin so I don't even have to putt. Save bogey. Get it to within 4 yards. Pressure's on now. I need to hit this putt. If I can hit this putt and save bogey, I'll be thrilled. Especially in match play. And I nail it. I was pumped. That was the most excited I've ever been over a bogey. Hitting a shot barely out of bounds, but making the recovery to save bogey. I was thrilled with that. Next up, par 3 from about 148 yards. Again, I take a 9-iron. Go just past the pin, but perfect line, or near perfect line. Line up my putt, and I hit it. I pull it a tad bit left, but had good pace. Take the par, walk away. Onto the 13th hole, 350-yard par 4, and I push it to the right. Luckily, I pop it up really high, and it doesn't go anywhere at all. Only goes 180 yards. Luckily, it's a short par 4, 166 yards in, 8-iron for me. That's my distance right there, so I'm not necessarily mad at this. Hit it front edge of the green, right where I wanted to, rolling right up, hoping to get in the gimme circle and get birdie. But I have a 2-yard putt, 6 feet, relatively straight, and another birdie. So I'm pumped up. Saved birdie there after a pretty weak drive, leading me on the 14th, still 3 under, and I push my drive right again. Not only that, it's going off this cart path, and beyond this bunker is out of bounds. So I am praying that this stays in bounds, and it does. So one was probably out of bounds by a foot, and that one's probably in bounds by a foot. Second shot, pull it left of the green. Need to get up and down here to save par. Hit my chip, and I hit it a little bit too far. Hit it a little bit thin there. Went past the hole. Need to make this. Save my par. Not a difficult putt, but a breaking putt, and I just hit it a tad too hard. I knew when I hit it a little bit harder than I wanted to, and it cost me a stroke. Back on to 2 under. 15th hole, 357 yard, par 4, and I pull my drive way left. Again, I was trying to go after this. I want to get up there and leave myself with an easy wedge. Unfortunately, I didn't. So take a practice swing. I'm out of the pine straw. I want to try and get this close. Again, I have like a 7-iron, just hit a punch shot, and it didn't go nearly as far as I was hoping. But 65 yards with a wedge. Been practicing shots, and I'm glad I did, because right by the pin. But that still leaves me with about a 10-foot putt that I need to make to save par. And I make it. So I'm pretty happy. -2, 16th hole, 180 yard, par 3. Push my shot here to the right just a little. Had the distance I wanted on it. As a matter of fact, it rolled out a little bit farther than I thought it would. But nevertheless, on the green, have the opportunity here to make a birdie. And I hit my putt, and for a second there I thought it was going in. It just broke at the end. But it stayed in the gimme circle, and I'm walking away with the par, which leads us to the next par 5, 457, and I pull this to the left. I was trying to crush it. I thought I had my bad shots out. And that one right on the out of bounds line, but doesn't stay in. So again, I'm forced to hit 3 off the tee. Kind of disappointed in myself. I know it's match play, so a bad hole here or there isn't going to kill you. But still, it's hole 17 if it comes down to the wire. And we need to win this hole. It's going to be tough to do. But either way, laying up here. Again, just trying to play. No worse than a double bogey. So come close. Got 83 yards. Again, hit a wedge shot in. In my mind, I'm thinking at this point, I can do it again. First time I was managed to get this putt and save bogey. Need to do it again here. Take my time, line it up, hit the putt. Hit it a little bit too hard. Rolls by the pin, outside of the gimme circle. And now I have to putt this just to save double bogey. So putting a little bit of pressure on myself here to make this putt. But I do. Double bogey, terrible hole, because I put that ball out of bounds. 18th and final hole, I'm at even par. I'm hitting a 4-iron here, trying to get it in the fairway, and I push it a touch into the bunker. After a double bogey, not the way you want to hit your tee shot. Leaving me a very difficult shot into this green. I went back and forth whether to lay up and go for it, but I decided it's the 18th hole. If it's going to come down to this hole, I need to take a chance. And I get to the top of the bunker and it just rolls back. So now I want to get up and down from the bunker here, make sure I save myself that par. And I do. Get it within a yard, pumped, shoot even par for the day. Probably the best tournament round I had all year, shooting even par. I was pumped. By now, all the final results are in. We did win our match. Me and my partner won our match. So I was pretty happy with that. But it's only week 1. This is a 16-week clan tournament, so a lot of golf left to play. But certainly excited that our pair was able to get to the win. I think the rest of the team, I don't remember if they tied or they lost. I'll have to look up the standings where they are. At this point, they're not officially posted yet. But either way, great start to this clan battle. You'll see a lot more of these type of videos from me going on. Like I said, this is probably going to be my focus when I play Simulated Golf Tour, so you might see some less auto putt and tournament rounds from me. But I might do a couple more practice rounds as I prepare to get into the next week's clan battle. So, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe if you feel like it. Thank you.